Alrighty guys, this is going to be a tad bit of a longer form kind of content style. Hoping not to have to do any editing or anything, but it's been over a month since I have been to competition and tomorrow. So I want to go ahead and just get some rounds down range. This isn't, I'm only a C-class USPSA. Nothing crazy or anything. I'm going to get some kind of rounds down range. I'm shooting a quoted and I'm shooting a CZ Czechmate 9mm minor currently. Just kind of practicing from the draw, taking some time, make sure my dot is perfectly in center, not trying to speed anything up too much just yet. Just making sure I get back into the rhythm of it. I'm going to introduce some double taps. That one I pulled way top left on the second shot. There we go, a little better. Triple. That was wrist below. I'm pretty sure I was doing hands below wrist. This one, I'm just gonna get some surrenders in. And again, some people when they do these, you can tell they're not actually getting their sight picture. Just making sure I have that and I'm not just kind of pointing. Bring it back in. See, I said I know I pulled one or two. Okay, yeah, so some of those double taps I am hitting top C. So there are in those two or 1.5 mags. C's. Bring it back out. Said I'm no crazy grandmaster or anything, but just something kind of go along with. Now I'm going to do really in frame, but pistol on the table, magazine on the table, so we're doing an unloaded standard. I'm going to do hands on the table as well, but this can vary. Kind of missed the gun right there. Wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the target. Hands on the table. And obviously, range isn't going to be the most preferable because everything's very linear. That's all you got to do. Plus it's over. So that mags out. Right, same thing. This is honestly one of my favorite starts. Cut on my ray gun. the open gun, I have this big charging handle right here, so really helps get it fast. Alright, kind of gonna switch it up and just do a bunch of different variants. So another one is going to be, gun is unloaded and holstered. Hands are going to be relaxed below wrist. Ooh, had some trigger freeze on that one right there. And the gun is out. Keep it unloaded. Ooh, I locked my belt right there. So, or I locked the holster right there. So I've been doing that. Okay, going again. Oh, I keep locking my holster because I keep fidgeting with other things. Alright, holster is unlocked. Alright, we're going to do one more of those. Obviously I'm doing double taps because in most competition it's best 2 on target. You have to be your own judge and make sure, or hold yourself accountable in here. Make sure you're actually hitting A's and not just slamming the trigger. I only got a couple more rounds. I'm just gonna throw a good group down range. Alright, and we're out. So it's not in frame because it's kind of a bad layout to go over everything, or to set up a camera, especially to where you can see everything. But for my open, I do usually run 2 of these. They are the CZ magazines. They have a Sony Systems component, which is a +2 or 3. I use those as my backups if I have a jam or anything. My main ones are these MBX,
Like I only ever shot like revolvers and like shotguns.
which I have had no problem with them. These have been amazing. The quick disassembly. The thing with these Sony systems, the ones that, or the part that sucks about it, is if you get dirt or anything in here, you have to use a hex screw to take these out at the bottom. Where with these MBX ones, you just push on, I'm not sure if that's in frame and mind my fingernails, but you just push this little tab right here. They pop out. You can hit them with a brush. Makes it really nice. On my gun itself, just kind of talk about some things. I've kept everything internal stock. I'm not a big tinker when it comes to that. I just kind of found the right ammo that runs the gun reliably. On the outside, you got to get rid of that giant Seymour red dot. I replaced it with a Holosun 507 comp. Like I might have mentioned earlier, I am running it occluded, which means it's all blacked out. I feel I have really bad vision, and I feel like that really helps me find the dot on the cardboard backgrounds, especially in the Arizona sun too. You can get really, if you're facing the sun, it can get lost really easily there. Going on, other than that, replace the charging handle with a Sony Systems. The original one shoots off at, I guess that'd be like a 90 or a 180 over here, very flat. This Sony Systems one is at a 45, which is a lot better for your fingers and thumbs. It's clear, and while you maintain your grip with your right hand and still wrap it, where the other one it's in the way, it might create a jam. I also just got these palm swell grips. I wanted more texture on the gun, and so I thought I'd try those palm swell ones. Plus they are the brass, so they add, I believe it's like 8 ounces. So it already made a heavy gun a lot heavier, which is great and everything. I kind of wish the texturing was a tad more textured. It's honestly like a touch light, which is kind of saying something because it was their most aggressive one. For this style anyway, I should say, for the grid pattern, I was kind of scared to do really aggressive, but even when I get it, you get a good hold, don't get me wrong. I just would prefer something a little sharper, especially on a competition gun. Other than that, trigger is still stock. I do have a different thumb rest on here. It's practically the same, but it does have a touch more texture and it's a little bit bigger. Like I said, these are my main two I run. Put one in the gun, and then this is my first go-to for a mag change, and then I carry 2 more on the sides. These kind of help stay out of the way of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep doing some drawing, putting 2 on paper, making sure to unlock it. Hands are at my sides. Alright. I put 3 on there. 3 again. Alright, go back to 2. On those 3, I put another one just because I was kind of getting a little crazy with that second shot, so I just put a 3rd on. Had a little bit of a trigger freeze there, and then I just kind of wanted to center my dot again once I had that trigger freeze. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the target. Another brand new thing I got is one of these, because normally I film when I go out, so this is a lot easier. Again, kind of showing, you know, not everything's good. I think I had originally 5 of C target. Definitely opened it up more on the spreads. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So somewhere around 10 or so. Like I said, I am in the C class or C division, whatever. So don't be expecting anything crazy there. I'm not even going to try to take the center. It's pretty pretty shot out there. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna load some magazines, and I am going to do some mag changes. So again, you guys can do them however you like. I don't have any set standard, or I don't think a certain way is any better or anything. You can put 2 on paper and reload. You can do 1. Kind of all depends. I've had good luck in my matches with reloading. I never do really any dry fire training, but I do have a decent reload and everything. So we'll just practice a couple. Like I said, just kind of getting out again, blasting some ammo and stuff, getting used to it. Tomorrow's match isn't anything crazy. It's actually an intro match, so nothing will be too crazy or anything, but I thought since it's been a minute, I'd at least get some rounds in. Gonna load up this magazine. As I already said, definitely go with these MBX ones. The CZ branded extended ones are kind of garbage. Honestly, I've had a lot of jamming issues with them. You get a speck of dirt into them and they are toast. Alrighty, so going to draw, put 2 on paper, reload, 2 on paper. Alright, putting my safety back on. This one, like I said, these 2 are my main go-to, so for practicing, usually that's the 2 that I'll do, but I will throw in some of these reloads too, just in case. I have had them go bad because they were clogged with dirt and everything. But I'm gonna reholster. Actually, don't have a magazine, so that wouldn't have been too bad. I also, if you see too, I kind of have a different shooting stance. I put my right leg back and I lean down. Something about leaning down when I point, it presents really natural for me and I'm on target. But we'll do another 2 and 2. Alright, honestly, not that fast or anything. Nothing really impressive there or anything. But we'll do it again, just slow and clean. Lost that one, so we're going to slid in front of the red line, so we'll switch it out to these for my second pool. All right, reholstered, hands below waist. With these ones, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a tad stutter because they're normally used to slamming, they're being a little extra. With these ones, they fit more flush, so when I insert them, I really have to palm smack them in, where the other ones, they have a touch more reach on them. I'm gonna do surrenders just to change it up. Little trigger free. Another one at surrender. I hope you are at home making the buzzer noise for me. Oh, I think I just hit the DJI GoPro, so Hopefully it still stayed on, but I'm gonna do 2, mag change, 2, mag change again. That last one slipped up and then I lost my, unfortunately, hit the GoPro again. I'm gonna do that again because I wasn't too happy with how everything turned out right there. Alrighty. And I don't usually bring a shot timer. I do have one. I feel like that's kind of annoying if you bring one to an indoor range, but you do you. It would be good to know my splits on these. They're not too impressive to brag or anything, so let's continue. We'll do another 2, 2, 2. Oh. Something about that very last one. Keep getting hung up on it.